I need to put a temporary post here so I can lift everything, release the pressure from the lower plate and replace that section of the plate. I know it's not the best way to do it. I should replace the entire wall. I should like burn the house to the ground and build a new one, but I'm in the fixing process of everything. So I will replace that plate, so at least my jack post beside that patio door will be on a solid base. Okay guys, as I mentioned in previous videos, I needed to make headers over the windows, door and windows, because there were any. So as you can see, I've did both windows in the front. There's still the door left to be done, and the reason I've kind of done it right now is because you can see how crooked it is. So I need to lift the plate to make it straight and level, and for that I need to remove the door and put temporary jack in the door frame so I can install a jack, because at the moment, as you can see, it's the door that's holding the freaking second story, I mean, because this stud here, the only stud beside the door, it's cut. So all the weight of this side of the headers is sitting on the door frame. So yes, I need to make a temporary beam, post I mean, and jack lift that top plate and all this section of the wall so I can install the headers level and strong and make a jack post as well. So I won't do that today because I just have half a day today. So I'm working on the patio door headers, which at the moment there's no headers, but I hope you can see something because I don't have a lot of lightning and it's pretty dark when there's no sun outside. The plate here needs to be replaced at least until here because it's all damaged by the water. So I need to replace that plate, but I cannot work with that because this 2x4 is the only thing that holding this 6 feet wide part of the wall, which is also supporting the second floor, the roof, and this extension roof as well. So for this reason I need to put a temporary post here so I can lift everything, release the pressure from the lower plate and replace that section of the plate. I know it's not the best way to do it. I should replace the entire wall. I should like burn the house to the ground and build a new one, but I'm in the fixing process of everything. So I will replace that plate, so at least my jack post beside that patio door will be on a solid base. Okay guys, I've put some tension on it. I put it level with my laser down there. So now I know it is level. So now I will build, I will first replace the plate. And I will build a good jack post, strong jack post, and it will be level. As you can see up there, I'll also have to replace the top plate. Okay guys, for this headers I've been thinking, and the only solution that seems to be strong enough would be to make a headers of 8 feet long. So I will start from this side of the patio door, but instead of stopping there at 6 feet, I will go at this stud there, so I know the plate is good down there, so it will be a good support for a jack post, and it will keep all over that headers strong, because as you can see the plate is gone. There's a joint on the side plate, but from here you can see this anyway, that there's a lot of joint here. The top plate is gone. So by doing 8 feet long headers, I will get rid of all this weakness all around. After that, I will just build 32 inches wall under the headers so I can fit the door in the same opening. Okay guys, I've made the 2 jack posts. Actually, I made it double because it will be pretty heavy, so I got double 2x6 there. And on this side, since the 2x4 was in good condition, was still strong, was not rotten or anything like that, I kept it and I add a 2x6. Now I have the jack post as well. So what I need to do now is remove all the sort of headers and cut my jack so I can insert my 2x10. But now I'm a little scary removing or releasing the tension on the post, but it needs to be done. I'm sure the house will not collapse, but I hope it won't go down too much so I have trouble putting the 2x10 headers in place. But I'll start by releasing the tension slowly and I will see what happens, so I will update you soon. Okay guys, since everything is holding together, even with all the tension released, I've decided to cut the wall plate, the plate that was all rotten around this 2x10 or 2x8 was now dangling because it's just freaking loose. But now I will be able to install a plate sitting on the jack post. It will be sitting on the headers, but the headers will be sitting on the jack post, so at least it will be one piece over the patio door, so it will be a solid piece. So after all, it will be way stronger than I expect at the beginning, which is a good thing. So stay tuned for the following part. This is it guys, the header is in place. And as you can see, I had to put a shim because I've made a mistake when I measure the cut for the existing stud. I forget to consider that the piece I've installed up there to replace the top plate is thinner, is 1 inches and 3/8, while the old plate was 2 inches thick. So this is the reason why I had to put a piece of plywood there and another shim at this end. And yes, I know the shims are not the same thickness because everything is crooked in this house, so I had to deal with it on place. But it's pretty strong now. And even when I installed the shim, I put the jack in the middle because there was a bend in the top joist or the side joist. So by putting the telepost or the adjustable post in the middle and rise it, installing a thicker shim there, it straight up the outside walls. So by doing it, I gave also some stiffness and some strength to the wall. So I'm happy I did it that way. I'm just a bit sad that I had to take one of my 16 feet 2x10 to do that, but now I have the advantage. But I will reinstall that door because the other side, it's not winterized, so I cannot just let it wide open. But I would love to do that, but I don't want to remove all the interior walls in here and installing insulation. Maybe in the future, but not now, because as you can see, there's also a lot of windows that I will need to install there, which cost a lot these days. So I will reinstall that door. But if I want to install it a bigger door or open, remove the door and let it wide open, I will have all this width now. So I will build like a mini wall here just to fit the door because it's a 5 feet door. But at any time I can just cut the drywall, remove this mini wall, cut the wall on the other side and redo the trim. and it will be like a 8 feet wide opening. But for now I will reinstall the patio door.